In the UK, there's a bowl for every surface for the Henselite product. Here overseas, I use the Tiger 2 and I use the Dreamline XG purely because I love the grip and the arc that the bowl takes, and that's what makes me one of the best players in the world.
The Moama Bowling Club is your place for fun and food. Come and try bowls and make new friends. Have coffee or bring the family for lunch or dinner. The Moama Bowling Club. Visit us today on Hazelwood Road.
Good morning everybody and welcome back to Moama Bowling Club 2024 Henselite Victorian Open. We're about to start our second final. They're just completing their roll-up and we have the mixed pairs final here this morning. My name is Josh Thornton and I'm joined by none other than Matt Attobre.
Morning JT. How exciting is finals day?
Yeah, that's good. First of the two
it.
finals days. We're going to have another two more finals after this match today. And we should have, well, again, we say this, and you say this about every final. You think you're going to have a cracking final, but I do think we're going to have a cracking final. You know?
It's as good as the semi-final.
I was going to touch on that, Matty. So they
Sorry,
I
ruined it for you.
No, not at all. I mean, we had two contrasting semi-finals.
We did, didn't we?
So one of our finalists in this match is Sophie KURZMAN and Dylan Fisher. They had a very good win against Barsha Speed and Brad Pavey. Whereas on the other hand, our other finalists, Trish DOOLAN and Michael Wilson, wasn't that an eye-opener and a half? They went to an extra end, and with Michael Wilson's last bowl, he trailed the jacker in the corner, and I reckon Tash with her last bowl,
she wasn't far away.
Missed it by 2 or 3 mil. It was so close. So it's fantastic.
That was a great final, semi-final.
Yep. There's no time limit in the finals, so they are getting underway. No jumping and waiting for the gun to start, I guess. And it's still 15 ends, still Jack respot on the tee, still 3 bowl pairs.
We do have a marker who will be paddling for us. That's Rodney Bates. So yellow will be the Fisher rink.
Yes.
And green will be Wilson.
Yep.
Like our scoreboards.
Correct.
Oh, I'm excited about this, JT. Finals day.
Should be a ding-dong battle at the lead spot.
Yeah, Triss and Sophie are going to have a real battle. Soph starting off really well.
Great start.
Teammates, aren't they, JT? Play a lot of events together.
Yeah, I think they were even in the same rink together for the Victorian side.
They played the triples together.
Correct. Don't quote me on that, but it's just something that's in my memory at the moment. So we've shifted the streaming rink. We are playing on a neutral rink. Neither of these two played on this rink in the first game.
Yeah, Michael Wilson, some really important bowls in that semi-final.
Yeah.
To get him to 14 all.
Correct. His last bowl for, I think, 2 or 3 ends straight got the shot. He was down every time, and
he's a pressure player. Willow loves the contest. So is Dylan Fisher.
He was in top form that first game.
Crowd's slowly building, JT.
Yeah, I think
I expect a bit more than this.
Yeah, well,
but
the problem is there's only one match right now, so probably that's why. But as the day develops, we're going to get a few more matches, and by the time we play that 5 o'clock time slot of the women's pairs final, we're going to have 4 other men's quarterfinal singles matches going.
It'll be electric.
Yep.
Under the roof.
Yep. It's our final day at Morwell, so they want to finish it with a bang.
Yeah, they've been a great host club. Tris looking to add a little bit and get shot. I think it's still 1 to the Fisher rink.
Have you got a prediction? Look at you. You're sitting on the fence already just by the look in your face.
I'm gonna go Willow and Tris. Because I know you're going to go Dylan Soph.
I am. I think Dylan Fisher's getting back to the form that saw him play for Australia. And if he keeps that form up, wouldn't be surprised. He might be including some squads down the track if he wants to, Matty.
He's going close to the medal. It's a chance.
Yes.
Barb Gilbert. Medal. Awarded to the most successful player over the tournament. He's still alive in the pairs.
Yes. So I think there's probably maybe a couple of ladies that might hurt him at the moment who are still figuring in nearly everything. I'm not the one who has to add this stuff up, so
that's Jimmy's job.
I'll just wait and find out when the time comes. This could work still.
Oh. 2 seconds is the call from Soph. Rodney Bates with a yellow paddle.
Nah, now it's a green paddle. Brad fixed it up. He knows. Shy, is the word I heard out of Willow's mouth, Michael Wilson's.
Pull up a little bit short in the way.
Don't think it is. It's still chances to land the bowl for 3.
Yeah, you're right.
It's coming now. Still chances off that. Sophie indicated the old up and down hand movement.
Well, if you're that far down, JT, you may as well have a look. Willow is. I think he'll be changing sides here.
Looks high, Matty.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's going to be 1 to Michael Wilson.
Well, they're measuring. Don't go early, Matty. Is that over, behind the rink there? Joe Martin sitting there watching. Is her light on her phone?
Yes, you're right.
I think it's like blaring me in the eye.
It is. And the more you brought my attention to it, the more I can see it. Happens to me occasionally.
1-0. We played one end.
We're going to have to get her to turn it off, JT.
She'll waste a battery.
Yeah. It's just going to annoy us. Maybe you can text Pat to let her know.
Good call.
Pat Schramm, our president, watching the final. Wow, I think someone else might have messaged Joe. All fixed.
I don't like I didn't send that message. I was ready to go.
Yeah, good start here from Trist. Mick West he's been.
He's sending us tips left, right, and centre, Westy.
I think he's going Willow.
He is in the chat. I just received a message from him.
What's his strike rate like, Westy?
It's better when we just do the normal tipping. Yeah, good bowls by Tris.
Soph needs a reply here. Sophie Kurzman. Just slips through. Willow looks like he's got his game face on, JT.
Well, you'd think anybody would have their game face on if they're playing in the final, Matty.
He's up for it. Oh, this weight looks good, JT.
Yeah, good bowls.
Applying the pressure. I don't think that's there, JT.
It's only yard, 2 feet, according to Safe. Always takes a couple in sometimes just to find the range, Matty. Even after you have your 2-end roll up. The team that finds the first though can normally capitalise.
Oh, that's 4 now.
Yeah, there's no chance Dylan will be short. Not necessarily run at it, but he'd be just a nice full draw now.
Looking to get to Triss's bowls.
He's definitely better speed.
Wait, much better.
He's line now.
Oh, slips under. Good talk from the Wilson ring. Holding 4, but vulnerable at the back. And that's where this bowl's going.
Jeez, it's a long way wide.
Don't think it needed to. Dylan's on the draw.
Just got to fix his lineup now. Definitely looks higher, Matty. It's all on his speed now.
Yep. He's asking it to get
speed.
down.
It's all
Dylan
on his
Fisher.
speed. What a ball.
Oh,
I think it's good enough.
is it?
I don't know.
It's definitely changed there.
It's not 4.
No. Big bowl. Dylan Fisher.
Tris thinks it's one of them.
Yeah.
But it is.
Good cut down though. It was 4.
Yeah. Very good bowl.
You've talked about this earlier, I think, in the live streams. Dropping ones are okay.
Absolutely. And even sometimes the little wins are dropping ones, depending on the situation. So
that'll give Dylan a bit of confidence.
He'd be happy about that going,
Yep.
right? That could have been far worse. We might have been chasing a little bit. Now we're not. It's only a couple. That's one good end. an old coach of mine, good mate of mine as well, Nathan Bush. He was coaching Geelong West back in the day, and when we used to have our chats about pennant, he used to always say, drop the ones, get the twos. You know, and that emphasises second shot as gold.
Yep. Yeah, because Tris was wondering if Dylan was going to shoot the jack back, a pretty low percentage shot.
It wasn't like it was a fat head.
No.
There was gaps there still, you know.
All right, Soph needs to match Tris now. Just not quite found the weight yet.
Yeah, her first end was good though.
Mm. Oh, that's great leading, JT.
Don't mind that from Tris. While she rolled her second shot out, she was giving the bowler a chance to get something behind.
And changed it slightly.
Yep.
Makes it a bit harder. Needs a draw from Sophie KURZMAN.
I think she's tied again.
Yep, you're right. Much better weight with the last two, though.
I'd say she's not believing in the line out there yet, Maddie.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Sometimes
what Dylan did with his third bowl, wasn't it? Got that line right.
Sometimes you don't believe it's going to be there. But if there's enough bowls cut the head, it will tell you otherwise, you know, so. Three shots so far.
Dylan.
Doesn't look far away.
Oh, this is good.
Oh, it's probably a little stiff. Played a good bowl.
Oh, Rodney saying still three.
It looks still three from here to me, but that's why it's stiff.
Who's going to get the jack? Willow looking to get there. I think Dylan likes this, JT.
Reed, he's tossed it too high.
Yep.
Morning, Brendo. Help you roll. Now it's gone.
Well, two ends in a row. Dylan Fisher with pressure with his last bowl. Oh, this could be our first multiple, JT.
It's 3 at least.
Yep. 3's. Oh, I think it could be 4. Three.
You went the early crow, Matty.
I did.
5-0. We played 3 ends. They're playing a 3/4 sort of medium, or just a stretch over medium length end, and they have been since they've had the mat. Matty?
Yeah, they're not going to change it. They're finding it, so why would you?
I feel like Safe's tight again.
That's good, Safe. Good look at it.
Yeah, just needs to find the line.
Tris has pinched this one too, Matty.
Sophie hasn't changed her side yet. Would that be right?
She's played the far side from us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it time to change? As a lead, you want to...
The only thing is, Tris seems to be finding the line fine out that side, so I don't think it's anything to do with the hand, but there comes a point if you're not nailing it at one side, you definitely change and have a look.
Oh, that's 4 bowls that have missed the line.
You're out there more.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Let's try it. Well done, Safe.
Yeah.
Good shot.
There's the correction.
There's plenty of room to draw that, and good to see Safe did it. Right. Michael's done a fair bit of the damage so far, Matty, I hope.
Yeah, he has. And he's done it again.
He's awfully close, I reckon.
Yeah, he thought it wasn't quite there.
Speed was good again.
Yeah, his weight control's very good.
You are Jack High. Virtually.
I'm trying to describe Michael Wilson's
Delivery?
It's not so much his delivery, but it's everything.
Tell you what.
It doesn't matter how he does it.
Oh, he's doing a
it
great
well.
job of it.
So chances, seeing whether the bowl's lined up, maybe backhand.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got the tee. You've probably got 2/3. So it doesn't matter if one goes.
Right. Wait on the backhand.
Not far away. He's got to clear the first.
Close. Oh, got it.
What a shot.
Oh, hasn't helped him.
No, this should be. He'd be surprised. It might be at worst one down, but
Oh.
great shot.
Yeah, great drive.
Nailed it on the nose.
Trista's bowl just fell
Wow.
down.
Yeah. There we go. Great shot, Dylan Fisher.
Yeah.
They get on the board with that.
Keep your length, side. More comfortable length.
Jake, good question. Definitely games. After this game, we have the men's triples final on the live stream. And then after that, we have the ladies pairs final on the live stream. So,
What a day.
yep.
Sounds good. Like it.
Here we go. Sophie changing sides now, JT.
Well, you called it, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, wasn't necessarily working for the other side, so you got to try and something.
It's not too bad considering. Very good. Now you're under that, back yourself.
Good call from Dylan.
I agree. If she's changing sides like she has to try and out, no point going changing back the other hand straight
Yeah.
away.
Dylan just letting Sophie know it's not in the way. Should be getting down from that. Some bowlers change hands too quickly, JT. Good skip will let him know.
What we have to now? Turn yours. Yes, you're one.
So switches back to the backhand.
It's all right.
I was talking to JR in between the semi-final and the final, and just we were talking about how well Sophie played in the semi-final. And JR made, I reckon, a really good comment regarding the way Sophie's playing at the moment. Is that yesterday she probably didn't play as good as she can, but she never leaves many short when she's not having a good days. Which
Yep.
I think, from if you're a skipper, you probably appreciate that. So you see this end here.
Yeah,
She's
it's
got
good.
one shot, but guess what? She's missed long.
Yeah, it's a good lesson for our newer bowlers. If you're going to miss long.
Hey Les, how you going? Yeah, this final is a 15-end match. All the pairs matches are all 15 ends. The only difference about this one is this one's not timed. But I guarantee you we'll get nowhere near where we would be timed anyway. Speed.
Yeah, just a little bit over.
Hey Simon, good question. Just to see what Willow's bowl does here. Jeez, he's close. Wow. There's been a couple singles games that have, but funny enough, they've been timed out where the singles players were actually a draw, which meant they still had to play another end anyway at the knockout stage. So I don't know of any team games that actually timed out.
Pretty sure we had a singles with 20 all, and then they had a
20 all,
and
then it got timed out. And then, so when they played that end, both resting touches, so they actually then had to play another one. He's not far away here, Michael Wilson.
That's a good bowl.
This will be the best
From
one.
Willow.
I like the call. I do. Dylan arriving on the forehand. He could get to the shot bowl, but if he gets a jack around the corner,
it's going to be a good result.
It's worth 3 or 4. It's not terrible on the line.
He's not chasing terrible. It though.
He's not terrible.
Looks like he's going to get to shot bowl. Oh, it has.
Yes, great bowl. Yes, Jack, that was the other time that game that I recall, which was the Jan Hurst versus Alison Hall match.
Yeah, commentated that one. That was a great match. Well, Dylan Fisher, 2 ends in a row, comes up with the big bowl.
5-2, Matty-O. We played 5 ends.
Deliberate mat position. What are we looking about? 3 or 4 metres up from the tee?
Yep.
Yeah, this is a good bowl, JT.
Chris has opted to change hands too, this end.
The last end was probably Triss's loosest end.
Yeah.
That's great. You can change. Know what it's doing there. You pick it. Sounds good to me.
Good speed again. So one thing she's done well is She has missed tight a few times, but her weight's been deadly, which means once she gets it, there could be some touches coming up.
Correction here from Trist.
Nothing safe. Weight's enormous. Wider.
She's higher. So again, if she's played that good speed, it'll give.
Yeah, great speed.
Good shot, though.
Just going a little bit. A little fortunate.
And gets shot with that.
That one was probably nearly going in the pit. Still plenty of room though for calibre of Michael Wilson and Dylan Fisher. It's not turning yet. Yeah, just that late. Turn. How's Michael going, Matty?
No, not quite there, JT. He's on track.
Kind of might give a visual guide to Dylan. If he's just underneath that, he's gonna, with good weight, he's gonna get shot. Coming now.
Yeah, this is good. Oh.
He's half a bowl wide. If Michael doesn't get another one in here, do you think Dylan goes searching for that white bowl?
I reckon he will. Put the pressure on. Obviously, Jack back's going to be a good result too.
See what Michael does here. He might take the shot away from him anyway. His speed's looking
It's
good.
in the area.
I don't know, Matty. I don't know. Alright. Looks like Dylan's looking to play that forehand. Get to his own a couple of times. If he's just underneath it, he might trail it around the corner. Gets down there.
And gets shot.
Would have to be.
Yep, Rodney Bates signalling one to the Fisher rink.
That's the last ball.
So I think Michael's playing backhand. So he's going to
Yep.
draw underneath it to the last bowl. Not sure it's going to hang long enough.
It's a good effort.
One's down.
Another one. So they edge closely.
Three
back
ends in
into
a
the
row.
game.
3 ones.
We've played 6 ends.
Just that 3 is the difference at the moment.
Going to be joined by a special guest in a second, Matty.
Yeah, this is going to be great. Natasha Van Eldik.
We'll get a couple of people on the commentation who know actually a bit about bowls, Matty.
Yeah, get me out of here.
Only joking, Matty.
No. Fair call.
All right, thank you, Matty.
See you, JT.
As I welcome to the commentary box none other than Vic Open ambassador, Natasha Van Eldik. Welcome, Tash.
Thank you.
How have you found the match so far?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Like, Willow's done his thing as he did to us, and he's been playing really good. So the rink doesn't look easy though.
Yeah, we've been talking about the lines. There's been a number of bowls tight. So it's always a hard one. I think weight's pretty critical then, as you know, Tash.
Yeah.
If the lines might be a little iffy, if you play good weight, you're always a chance. So
Yep, and I think that's, it's pretty easy to get frustrated when, the lines are difficult, but if you can just play good weight, then it should be okay.
And how have you found the Vic Open?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's such a great event. It's been a pleasure to play in it. Really good quality bowls. All the clubs have been, fantastic in their hospitality. Some of the greens have been interesting, but that's to be expected with the weather that Victoria gets here. It is quite cold, and but it's a great event, and for anyone that hasn't played in it, I wholeheartedly, come down, give it a go. You just never know, and you could meet some, lifelong friends down here whilst you play.
You've probably been in this part of the world before with some Trans-Tasmans back in the day at Traralgon, correct?
Yeah, that was a very long time ago, JT. I actually, when I played at Traralgon the other day, I was like, oh, it looks very different to when I was here last.
There was no indoor green back then?
No, there was no indoor green, and I think we played on the back green, which I played on, and it was very, very different.
That was grass back then too.
Yeah.
Well, from memory too, it would have been obviously designed to be reasonably slow in preparation to Glasgow too, wouldn't it?
Oh, now you're pushing the memory.
Yeah, my memory's not bad.
Yeah, mine's pretty good, but not that good.
All right, Sophie and Dylan currently holding one on the crossover. Dylan's played some big bowls the last 3 ends to get him back into the game.
Huge bowls, and I guess that's what you get paid the big bucks for, as everyone says. As we see another one from Snap, he's definitely finding his rhythm, that's for sure.
Now, we're probably really lucky to have you this year too, Tash. We had a convo the other day because I was surprised you were coming because currently you're a New South Wales bowler and it's New South Wales State Championships. So
it is.
And as we found out, you were probably shafted in one way. Dates were given for your state events in your area, and then they moved, and you'd already planned a holiday. So that misfortune is a blessing for us having you down here at least anyway.
Yeah, these things happen, and everything happens for a reason, I say, and I guess, excuse me, in what did happen, I was probably out of luck there. Dates did get changed for district events, and I'd booked a holiday to Finland, New York, and Canada, which I wasn't going to change. So missing out on the state championships is a little bit disappointing, but it's a great opportunity to be, an ambassador for the Vic Open, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
As Michael Wilson comes and plays his second to last bowl this end, he's not just hanging a bit. And you're still left in 2 events?
Yes, yep, still ladies pairs and singles. So it's been, whatever happens, is a bonus from here on in. It's been a great competition, and to make the pointy end in any event, I guess is a big deal. So, yeah, happy with how it's been going, and hopefully, I can make a final of at least one of those.
Obviously, you've played at Traralgon, you've played at Morwell during this event. Anywhere else you played during the campaign?
Yep. So I was out at Churchill, which is another carpet that was obviously not undercover. So got a bit of rain out there. And also Moe, another 2 carpets out there as well. So all greens have been pretty good that I've played on.
What's Michael doing? Playing something similar, you reckon, Tash? Sort of just trying to arrive and...
He's got to be careful. Like, if he falls off the back one, he's nearly the shot.
Probably doesn't want to push the shot ball over too far.
It's a pretty good effort to draw a shot there.
Her weight was phenomenal. It's another 2. And we're all tied up, 5 all. We played 7 hands. And what's next on the horizon for you, Tash?
That's a very good question.
There's a puzzled look then.
I'm pretty sure all of April is pretty free for me, so I will go back home and go back to work, which will be nice. I do love my job, so it's not many people can turn around and say that they love their job, but I do. And then in May, I'm very, very busy with the state champion pairs and champion singles, as well as a family member's wedding. So
full on. And then I assume then you're probably Australian opening it in June.
I will be going back there, yes, that's for sure. It's one of the big events that I enjoy going down or up to, as many bowlers do. So, yeah, we'll try my luck again up there.
I should know the answer. How many singles titles have you won? Come on.
3 Australian Open singles titles.
I thought so. I thought it was up there.
Yeah,
No.
yep. And a couple of team ones.
Yep.
So.
Obviously, I'm biased now, being back home in Victoria, working for Buzz Victoria. I love the Vic Open, but I do love the Australian Open too. I think it's a brilliant carnival. It's a great place to go.
Look, I'm not being biased here, but I think the difference between the Vic Open and the Australian Open is the place where it's being held. Like, you can go up to Queensland and you can have a holiday, whereas I haven't found much to do here. Josh, any ideas?
Oh, look, I think Traralgon, where we're staying, has been fantastic. I reckon there's a number of great eateries, and we've actually tried something different every night.
Okay.
I think my favourite so far is the Traralgon Steakhouse.
Oh, right.
I demolished an 800-gram rump last night.
Josh, that's bigger than you.
Not these days. Went to a Japanese place the other night, which was very good. Momo. Been there a couple of times over the last couple of years. So and look, I haven't been a lot down here, so I actually find it quite good coming down this way. If I haven't been to any place before, I quite enjoy coming down here.
Oh, well, that's good.
Last couple of ends, I reckon Sophie's starting to swing the momentum back in the lead battle.
Yeah, she's definitely changed hands, and she's just found that, that weight that we were talking about. If the line's hard, just focus on weight. And I always say if the line is hard, that yard basket is really important, which is what Soph's been doing the last couple of ends, and it's allowed Snapper to just convert when he needs to. But as we experienced last game, Willow and Triss will never give up.
No, exactly.
We led by a little bit, and Willow played some amazing conversions and got him back into it, which was great. And extra end, and he plays it again.
I was going to say there was nearly 3 ends in a row where his last bowl did damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolute heartbreaker.
Looks like Soph and Dill probably holding a couple here at the moment. Good, so that is close to counting
Close
as
to
well.
counting, yeah.
I don't necessarily want to go into the kangaroo thing here, Tash, but it's a bit of an ongoing joke which involved myself on commentary one day. I must have been with the Fairies commentating the game at the state championships, and Magpie was jumping across the green, and I just said, "Oh, look, there's a kangaroo jumping across the green."
Right.
It's been a running joke now for 2 years.
Because they look similar and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, same but different. Good Australian animal.
One of my faux pas.
Oopsie days. I guess with the amount of games that you commentate, you're due for one.
There's plenty. And as you know, we sometimes go into different tangents. We've been telling you about how we've gone into favourite bickies and all that sort of stuff. Look, you've had a couple of suggestions here, Tash.
I'm all for a poll.
We were even talking last night, coming up with one word that we're going to try and slide into commentary for the day.
Yes, I've been there, done that.
Yep.
Have been given that.
Have you been given a task today or not?
No, not today.
That's right.
try not to let anyone know that I'm commentating so I don't get any silly jobs like that, to be honest. Willow, can he do it again? He's got a good line again.
Just think his weight's a bit shy, Tash. Big chances here for Dylan Safe. The only thing I say is that if Willow does decide to change, he potentially can land those bowls on the backhand.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Like, you don't want to fatten up that target and block that hole on the backhand, but you kind of want to play it before Willow does.
Mm-hmm.
If Dill can draw a shot,
turn the jack around the corner.
Turn the jack a foot around the corner. It makes it very difficult. If he misses, he's at least covering that white ball, which Soph is indicating there.
No, he's not happy with the weight. Dylan's quite good for commentary because he actually lets you know what's going on.
He does. Look, he doesn't have a massive poker face. One thing I have learnt when Dill played at Clayton is if you're ever playing in his team, all he wants is a yes or a no answer, nothing else.
It's interesting the dynamics, different skippers and what they look for and all the rest of it, you know. I think regardless, confident calls are very important when it comes to the sport.
Yeah, it's good to have a team that actually back you in what you call. So I think we're going to see a bit of weight here from Willow.
It's a big bowl in the schemes of the match.
It's away.
How's he pointed here?
I think he needs to hurry.
Yeah, I didn't think it was huge, was it? Wow. Thought it would have been more positive.
Absolutely. He had plenty of options there, but I think we're going to see a few shots here for Dylan Soph.
There's 3 out.
5.
Oh, that's a big hand.
Huge.
So this game is flipped on its end. Tris DOOLAN. I've done that twice now. Tris DOOLAN and Michael Wilson were leading 5-0, and Sophie KURZMAN and Dylan Fisher have scored 10 consecutive shots. What about what's next from a Jackaroo perspective, Tash?
Well, we're still kind of waiting. We're still in the holding.
In terms of com games?
Yeah, so, you know, I think depending on what happens with the com games depends on, you know, what the Jackaroos does. And so, we're still just in that holding pattern at the moment.
I assume that's pretty frustrating because in our sport we have 2 major events. It's com games and worlds, and if one of our major events is in limbo, it would make it quite tricky for someone who's aspiring to play as many games as you can for the country.
Yeah, look, I guess I look at it from a different perspective, and I go, okay, well, it's giving me time to, one, you know, I don't work in the bowls fraternity, so for me it's really important to work as much as I possibly can to build that, I guess, that financial stability up, so that when it comes time to have to go away and play in these events, then I do have that financial backing behind me. And I guess in the job that I do, it's important for me to build that rapport with my clients as well. So, yeah, it's, you know, I take that time as a bit of a blessing in disguise and a great opportunity. Two great starters there from Soph. She's definitely putting the pressure on now, as we've seen the last few ends, and it's probably been the difference in the game a little bit as well. No.
third good bowl by Soph. Willow does like this one though by Triss.
Just needs to nestle in there.
I know Soph and Triss are pretty good friends. They play triples together, and but there's definitely game face on once you have to compete against each other.
Yeah, there certainly is, and I don't think, they're both going to be out there to win a game. And when people are on the rink, it's a different story to when they're off the green.
Correct. I've heard Dylan say that often this match. I'm not sure I've seen it. But it's still going.
I'd be pretty happy if I didn't think I sent it and I drew a front toucher. Good reading of the bowl there, Snap.
I was saying earlier, he's starting to look like the Dylan Fisher I remember when he first broke into the Australian Jackaroo squad. I think he's playing a lot more bowls again now.
Yeah, but super proud of him to, have stepped away from the bowls world a little bit and gotten the job that he, obviously dreamt of as well. So that's really important, because majority of the time bowls doesn't pay your bills. So to have that backing is really, important, and good on Dill for doing that. But yeah, I think you are right there. He's definitely the snapper that I remember.
I still remember him as a 13-year-old leading for Clayton in their top side, winning a state pennant.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, so see, they're discussing. There's probably a little bit of danger at the back as part of the rink. I think Snap will just be looking for best back here.
He turns Sophs a couple of times, it's not bad.
That's perfect.
It's probably hard for the jack if with any weight coming out. Yeah, it's going to probably jam against the bowl, and you probably can't guarantee where it's going to go.
It's a hard decision for Willow. Like, you can't really attack with too much weight because it's going to kill and go back on the tee anyway. So,
and he probably can't draw either unless he wants to try and cut 2 or 3 out.
I think you've got to commit. Just commit to the shot that you want to play, because if you've got 2 different shots in your head, you're going to overplay it, which isn't going to be ideal in this situation anyway, because there's a lot of gaps.
Now, there's a question on the stream here for you from Michael Yakub. Now, I know Michael, he's a Traralgon bowler. He's just, well, not so much a question, but he said he hoped you enjoyed your meal last night. Where'd you have dinner last night?
A meal last night? What did I do last night?
All right, here's Willow. He's second to last bowl.
What a result.
It's a fair result because it actually hit a bowl, sort of come forward, then went back again.
I do remember now. We ended up having to move house yesterday, so we got Chinese, and it was pretty good.
Very good. Just trying to look to see what Dylan does here. Is there a chance underneath the white short one to try and get down to the white bowl and or the jack?
I reckon he could just try and draw it around it. Or not.
Oh wow. No worse off.
Okay. Okay, still one big opportunity here for Willow just to, add to the count here. Right, so this is all making sense now.
Okay.
The guy that is messaging,
Yeah, Michael Yakub.
he was the delivery man.
Aha.
So yes, I did enjoy my Chinese.
I said Michael plays at Traralgon Bowls Club, so
Right, so I just got a message to say that Michael was the delivery man.
And we've got a message from Shades McCarthy. They've been pumping the deck all week. I think we're going to actually make a trip to the deck tonight for Palmer night.
Oh. Is it Palmer or Palmy?
Mate, I don't care. I'll call it Palmer and I'll call it a Palmy.
This is very controversial.
Well, I'm just saying I don't care. Because guess what? I'm still eating it.
Okay, here we go. Are we going to see a length change
I think
here?
there's going to be some sort of tactical change.
There's going to be a discussion. Anyway.
10-6. We've played 9 ends.
Thank you.
You can step out after this if you wanted to. Like, you've got to get ready for your next game and stuff like that. So it's up to you. Okay. I'm not trying to get rid of you either. Okay. You give me donuts. Huh? So, you can just say, yeah, I don't want to do it.
Okay. We're going to eat some donuts.
Matty Blackburn's joined us on the stream too. He's got Dylan coming up playing Platinum Pennant for Belrose Bulls.
That'll be a good competition. Platinum Pennant.
Yeah, it's looking pretty juicy, that comp.
Yeah, although I just noticed that all the team lists come out today, so there's some pretty solid teams there.
Yeah, I haven't had I've heard of who's sort of some of the ones going where. But I know of some of the players going up and going down, all the rest of it, so should be good. Personally, what I love seeing is some of these Premier Pennant comps getting stronger and getting some of the best players in the world playing in it, you know, so I think, you know, the better product we can potentially put on the park for people to watch, the better promotion we get for the sport. Yeah.
It's good to see, you know, both the city and some of the country teams. You know, I personally would love to see more country teams involved in it, but, you know, obviously being its first year in the making, then hopefully it just gets bigger and stronger.
It reminds me of the old New South Wales Premier League days.
Premier League, yes. Yeah. And I think it's really cool that, you know, a lot of the clubs have involved some females in there as well, so...
And you've been coming down to play for Clayton the last couple of years?
Yeah, last couple of years,
How have you found Premier in Melbourne?
It's a new world, you know, and unless you've experienced it, you actually have got no idea. You know, you guys love pennant here, and you live and breathe it, and I think it's really important for, you know, anyone that does play in it to understand that, because it's crazy.
I've had a couple mates up north who've obviously come down over the last few years and play, and they can't get over how intense pennant is in Victoria, and obviously probably even more so in Melbourne than anywhere else. But it is a state thing, because I've seen it at regional levels too. Yeah,
like I actually think it's a Victorian thing. Like, you live and breathe it for 18 weeks, and that's a long time.
Back to 14 weeks now.
Okay, all right.
Now he's safe tracking here. Fraction quick. Bit of jack though. Oh. I still don't think Dylan will be disappointed with that, because whilst they're one down, they've got a good second, and their other two bowls are behind the head, so something to maybe work with.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, they've got plenty of opportunities there. Like, you know, he can play pretty much any weight he wants at that. But I think, you know, Trish just needs to zone in on that, you know, at least that second bowl, possibly just passing the jack a little bit.
Afternoon, Sachi. Hope you bowl. You probably would have played with Sachi as well at Clayton.
Sachi.
Les. Such.
Look, I'm not great with names, but probably.
You did. I know you did. Maybe not in the same rink.
All right. Maybe. Let's just roll with that I have, and he was a fantastic bloke.
All right, how's Dylan shaping up here? It's coming now, I reckon,
So
Tash.
likes it. Here it comes. What a shot.
What a
snapper.
Bowl. Nearly made 3 out of that.
Yeah.
What's your pennant season go for in New South Wales, Tash? How long? How many weeks?
Which one?
Well,
Ladies?
yeah, or whatever you're
Men?
playing.
Or open gender?
Hang on, just a second here.
Hold the phone. Wowzers. Willow. 4 seconds here, big opportunity for snap. So our ladies pennant goes for 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We do only play 2 rings.
Yep.
And then we've got to play regional as well. And then our open gender, which is snapper.
Anything can happen here.
Oh, snap. Done it again.
That's 3.
So yeah, I'm actually playing in the 1 grade for Raymond Terrace in the open gender.
Yep.
And I think that goes for about 10 weeks.
Yeah, good, nice. And you've got a hello here from the one and only Dawnie Heyman.
Hello, Dawnie. Massive congrats to Dawnie on, her recent state championship campaign. Very, very impressive.
She even carried TT to a state title.
Wowzers. That's impressive.
TT's from my hometown.
He's a very, very supportive partner.
He is. And he is a very good bowler himself.
Yes,
I was
he
just
is.
mucking around. Right, big bowler from Willow again. He's 3 down.
I think he could be quick out of the hand.
He's getting down though, Tash. Oh! That was close.
Holy dooly. Not the greatest result from
No.
Willow there.
I reckon another mill and he's nearly nosed it to his back bowl.
I think he may have used all those, gutses in the last bowl, to be honest.
The ones against you?
Yeah, the last game, sadly.
All right. Dylan would probably... Yeah, I thought he was going to swing to the backhand. Safer shot here, less danger. And he actually can afford to sort of get up and try and get to the...
It's close, he just needs to hurry. Does he have the legs? It's at least 3.
3. Big bowl, Dylan Fisher. Score is now 13-6, and we've played 10 ends.
Bowls is a game of millimetres, as we've just seen.
Yep.
Can either make you or break you.
Got another shout out here for you, Tash.
Oh, okay. Fans are coming in hot.
Another one of your club mates.
Orange, how are you, mate?
Not much at all. Pretty handy.
Cool. No worries. Food of champions. Don't worry.
Steamed one.
I'm having some today too.
Steamed or fried?
Whatever, mix it up.
Combo.
Play that hand well, so you've got it.
Thanks, Benny.
Just relax a little.
Benny's travelled down from Shepparton Golf to play here this week and last however many days, and it's good to see everyone from around the state support the event. Finished, I reckon that's finished right on the lip, that last bowl of soaps.
Oh, please don't talk to me about the lip. Right, this is an opportunity here where Trish just needs to capitalise.
G'day, Toddy. Hope you're well. 15 ends is the final. No change in the end length from semi or sectional play. It's 15 ends all the way through. Only difference is we don't have it timed.
Come on. Be good, son.
Looks a fair correction.
Good shot.
She's really come on the last couple of years, Soph Tash. Come into the Victorian state side and probably cemented her place.
Another one that's really, you know, just, I guess, focused on her bowls, but also focused on her life outside of bowls as well. And I think that's really important for the younger generation that's coming through, you know, the game, to realise that bowls is a great sport, but it's also important to have that backing.
Absolutely. I've actually had a little bit to do with Soph in that space. I was doing my masters when she first went to La Trobe, and we were both in the elite athlete program together, you know. So, and I said I know she's in Bendigo completing her. I think she's actually nearly now finished her first degree. Might be doing her masters now herself.
Yeah, I think she is doing her masters.
Yep. That's probably Dylan's most wayward bowl for the last 4 or 5 ends. He's been on fire otherwise.
Willow's not happy with that one.
Compared to last end, it's probably, again, I mentioned Snapper's wayward bowl, but it's probably a bit looser head.
Yeah.
And as you know, sometimes with the jackies on these rinks, sometimes can dictate that a little bit too.
It certainly can. Back to the snapper that's been there for the last 4 ends.
Yeah. 2 and a measure at the moment, according to paddler Rodney Bates. Do you like the idea of the paddler in a final?
Oh, look, I think it's great for the spectators. Personally, it doesn't really faze me.
I think might have cut one out by the seams of things. Looks good to me.
Great shot by the snapper. Does give Willow something to sit on though. It's away. Here he comes.
He's trying awfully
What
hard.
a shot by Willow. Oh, he falls over, he had it there.
One it is.
There you
Right,
go.
that takes the score to 14-6. We have played 14 ends. Tash, I appreciate you getting on the live stream and coming on board and doing a little bit of commentary. Big thank you for being an ambassador for the Vic Open and promoting the event. And good luck for your 2 final events. And as you said, let's hope you get a final.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But, you know, it's been a pleasure no matter what to be a part of the Vic Open and, you know, have the opportunity to come down and see a different part of the world.
Yep, thank you, Tash.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Matty.
Thanks, JT. What a match.
It's swung, hasn't it?
I still can't believe Michael Wilson didn't have a run at that head when they dropped the 5.
Yeah, we were talking about that. We thought there would have been a lot more weight involved.
I think he'll be kicking himself about that. Sophie's found it now, JT.
Yeah, as I said, the
She's
game...
leading really
If you
well.
look at the scoring patterns, as I said, Sophie and Dylan have won 7 out of the last 8 ends. It's all coincided with Sophie fixing her lineup because, as we know, she battled early with it, and then ever since she's got it right, the game has swung.
Your comment before about Sophie's misses just being around and behind is spot on.
Oh, I can't remember many short bowls in this match.
No. Where Tris, unfortunately, her last one. Jeez. And Dylan's just complimenting beautifully in the back end.
He's played
Oh.
in the last 4 or 5 ends some absolute crackers. It's nearly getting to the stage of the match, Matty, where Tris and Michael really need to start scoring.
Yep.
And that's a captain obvious statement, I know, but if they don't really change up soon, the game
They're
could
gonna
be
run out
even
of
over.
ends.
Game could be over before 15 ends.
Yeah, I'm sure about the weight. Not horrible.
Handy bolt, second shot. Gives Michael Wilson something to work with.
Yeah, Willow's body language has changed a little bit, JT. He's a bit frustrated, shaking his head. Had a couple bowls.
He was stiff the last end this way where he thinned the jack. If he gutses it, he makes 2 or 3, and he still end up dropping 3, you know.
Yeah, that's a good spot at the back there.
Mm-hmm.
I am surprised that Willow hasn't run a bit more. He's got a really good runner.
Yep. Looks like someone's just invited himself into the commentary box. Yeah, no, would you like to tap out? I'm just going to join yours.
Well, we've got a third headset here, so I figured I better use it.
How much
Welcome, Sammy.
inside are you going to offer here, Sam?
Yeah, you got to come with some goods.
I'm going to turn
What do
your
you got
mic
for
up a
us?
little bit because that's the one that's been...
Yeah, that's the lower one, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope they all go there. I can't hear you, Sam.
They did yesterday, didn't they, JT? They didn't hold back.
Snapper just... I don't mind the weight. I think he's trying to get to that white bowl, and at least he's finishing in good homes. There's no real danger from a man of seconds against him. Willow's having a look at this. Is he getting down?
Yeah, Trish has been willing it down the whole time.
Yeah, that's anything. It's probably getting in the line for the next
changing-
one.
Yeah, yep. Dylan, very good here. Hold past the front. Oh, just crashing. Does Willow have a big drive on him? Do you know, JT?
Yes, he does.
Matty's the
Or top
one.
row?
Oh, he does. I've seen it numerous times.
So he could rip one right up there and get the jack. If he gets the jack and the bowl, they got one on the respot. No, JT, think something else?
Do you think he can get the bowl and the jack on the forehand? Oh, okay, maybe
That's
they
what
can.
Triss is calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right back's probably worth 2 if he follows with it. I reckon Tech Dave should just lower the camera just a fraction from behind, I reckon, in a second, because we're going to maybe see bowls and jack move. And he didn't like it out of the
Call of
hand.
under.
Another one, JT.
Another one. That's 8 ends out of 9 now. Sophie Kurzman and Dylan Fisher have won. They lead 15-6 after 12.
pretty happy with the playlist here at the Moorwell Bowls Club, aren't you,
Yeah,
JT?
no, I reckon some
not
bangers.
bad.
There's some bangers coming
There's
out,
always a
mate.
little bit of just downtime in between ends.
I think I saw Sophie singing to one of them.
I definitely saw that, mate. If I was out there, I would be doing it.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
Playing awesome now, so.
If I was out
Sophie has bowled awesome.
Yeah, great starter.
She has the crowd support as well, which Trish doesn't like. I've seen a couple of times.
doesn't like.
She got a little bit narky at a couple of claps I saw.
Bit more lower, Dave.
It's a good little crowd that's building in. Still a couple more finals to come, JT.
Mine looks pretty good. Interesting. You know something like that?
Bit of byplay between Dylan and Soph. Soph is saying that's ambitious. There always tends to be a bit more friendly banter when you're going well.
It's always good when you're 9 up in a final with 3 hands left, isn't it, JT?
I think the last one's really good. Yeah, so. Well played out. Up and around yours. Come on.
Oh, great bowl again, Sophie KURZMAN.
Yeah, fantastic leading.
Just needed to find that line, JT. Missed it early.
Just swing down on the ball and see if you can connect.
This end doesn't go well. This could be the last end. How's Triss looking?
It's under.
It's comment there from Rowdy. About time for some Brian Sheehan raking through the head, Matteo.
Right. There you go, I'm Rowdy. I don't remember Brian raking, but maybe you're talking about someone else.
This is a great leadway into the fact that Raking Ewing's been here
Oh,
all morning.
Dylan Fisher.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal bowl. Ah, Shane, don't be so dismissive of Sher. I think Sher's not bad either. All right, Willow's going early.
He's in the area.
Going in the corner near you, isn't it? It's going to go over near you, isn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna lean right over here.
Will that come out?
It's been the story of the day here, JT.
It's Snapper.
Snapper just calling them as he likes out the hand, letting us know where they're going.
Well, he's going to be a little bit fortunate.
Willow going again. Is he better? Definitely
Yeah,
better.
much better.
Done with the first one. Oh. Well, that might take out the chance of the game ending this end now.
Unless still gets rid of Triss's bowl.
Don't think he's trying that. He's just trying to draw a tight one.
One down.
Rowdy said when you were commentating at a dunk held.
You can draw a run to that, I reckon.
You still look very vague.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Maybe I was just teasing Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. We love a bit of Triple M here in the commentary box, don't we?
I'm definitely a big Triple M fan.
Thanks, Brian.
Oh,
Willow.
Pretty good hit.
Oh,
Just find the gap. The game continues.
I was ready to go eat some dim sums.
I had lunch lined up ready to go, I'll be honest. All right.
we haven't put our order in.
10
We're
down,
going to
2
be in
to
trouble.
go. Oh, well, mate, I'm sorted. Don't you worry about me.
16-6, 2 to play. So the Tris Doolan and Michael Wilson Rink need at least 4 this end to continue the match.
Tell you what, some sort of rhythm now, so brilliant.
Oh, just continues for Sophie.
It's a fair reply by Tress.
Do it again, so throw it in. This is good. Fraction underneath. Perfect. No, good thinking. No, that's good. Better than hitting the white one.
Yeah, just add 18 inches through yours onto the jack.
So Sophie in a bit of good form, JT. Still got another game to come here this afternoon as well.
Like I said, her first 3 ends, she was scratchy. She
Yep.
she looked to change hands to try and find something, and then ever since then, she's found it.
It's good. Well played, so whatever. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Oh, that's great leading.
Well, just stay there, draw on.
Timmy, this is a Henselite shirt, and I'd probably argue, I don't know if it's one of the ones you can actually buy, but as Sophie and Dylan are Henselite sponsored players, I'm assuming it's maybe one of those ones. But don't quote me on that, but it's definitely a Henselite shirt. What are you laughing at?
Stop tapping.
Just
good
enjoying the
tune.
tunes.
Just trying to enjoy life, Sam. Sorry for enjoying life.
Yeah, you've been a little bit narky lately, Sam.
Yeah.
You need to lighten up a
Hey,
bit.
what happened to you the other day about positivity?
Yeah, that's what you need to learn.
Right.
Dylan's nearly going to draw a shot here.
And Dylan, of course, still going in the pairs. They continue their campaign tomorrow, JT.
Mm-hmm.